Okay, well here's my video. I have a Intex 16 by 48 pool, round, above ground obviously. Just bought it 2015, and I have well water, so obviously I do have iron in my water. And as I've been looking on YouTube, looking for videos on how to deal with it without having to add all these chemicals, I came upon a video that had a unique little way of dealing with it, and like being skeptical, as a lot of people are, I thought, wonder if this will work, and I'll let you be the judge. I did have kind of green, brown, irony water yesterday. I ran it for about 8 hours through this filtering mechanism, and as you can see, I have clear water today. And this is after 8 hours of running it yesterday. The water is pretty much crystal clear again, and the iron is almost completely gone. And this is a way of getting rid of it where it's out of your pool, and as long as you refill your pool with iron-free water, which I do have an iron curtain hooked up to my well, so when I top off, I will be running my water through the iron curtain, so therefore I won't be introducing it. But if you don't have that option and you will be topping off with well water, you just hook this nifty little filtering system back up and it'll filter it out. Basically all it is, I got a 5-gallon bucket, and I went to the store and got the polyfill pillow fill. It comes in a bag, pretty large bag. It only costs about $8. And you take the pillow fill material, it's a polyfill, you stuff it, polyester, you stuff it into the 5-gallon bucket, and I'm sure you can see, you drill holes in your lid similar to what I've done there, about halfway up. And then what I did is I drilled a hole, about a 1 1/4 inch diameter hole in the bottom of the bucket, and I just took a plumber's sink fitting, stuck it through there. It has a little flange on the inside. I caulk that with 100% silicone caulk, run it out, and then I took some extra vacuum hose that I had. I just attached it there. I wrapped a small piece of duct tape around the vacuum hose part where it goes in so that it makes a tighter seal. But then basically I just have a small section here. I have it resting on a ladder, and I take the other end and I run it into the hose that comes from the pump. So basically what I have here, just so you can see, I have my suction coming out of 2 points, runs down through my plunger, into my pump, through my filter, out, and that out hose is what then gets connected right there. And I put an O-ring on the vacuum hose part so it seals off inside there and you don't have any water leaking out. But just as a backup, I also put a thin wrap of duct tape on there, and there's been no water leaking out there. And then it just runs through, and it runs through that polyfill material, the stuffing that's in that bucket. And yesterday, after about 4 or 5 hours, I stopped it, took the bucket off, basically making sure that I grab the bucket and lift it up so that none of the iron that's in that bucket flows back into the water. But you just lift it off, pop your lid off, and dump out the material and dump out all the iron water that you're going to get out of there, and rinse it off with your hose. It takes a little bit to rinse off the polyfill insulation or stuffing material with water, but you just rinse it off as best you can, squeeze it, get out all the water, and you can reuse it a second time. After the second time though, I'd probably ditch it and use some new material. But depending on your situation, I'm telling you, this worked like a champ, and it is crystal clear water now. So I hope this helps. I know I was looking up and down all over the internet on YouTube trying to find a simple method that was cost effective. So for the bucket being about $3 with the lid and $8 for the pillow polyfill that I ended up getting at Walmart, I mean, you got a cheap fix. And today I'm going to probably run it for about 4 or 6 hours just to make sure I have any additional residue out. But the one thing you want to make sure you do after that first day of running it is take out your cartridge filter and rinse that out, because there's going to be iron in there, obviously, because the water is filtering through that cartridge filter before it gets to that bucket. But it rinsed right out. I dumped all the excess iron out of there that was in there, refilled it with clean water, and we're good to go. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, you can feel free to send me a message and I'll try and answer any questions you might have.